My name is Yvonne Stewart, and I'm a Jamaican by birth. Currently, I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as a naturalized Canadian citizen. My reason for coming to Zambia, I came here to impact and empower girls, vulnerable girls, by distributing sanitary pads to those who cannot afford to buy them. I didn't have much expectations, actually. Before I arrived, I thought more or less when I get here, I would meet a few schoolgirls, distribute whatever sanitary pads I brought, and that was it. Maybe talk to a few people, that was about it. But arriving here, my expectations has exceeded way above what I thought. My impression was the love that I receive from everyone. It doesn't matter what economical status they have. They received me with love and with warmth. So that was one of my first impressions. My first visit was to a family of two here in Lusaka. A lady, she's taking care of 9 children on her own. They're not hers. And what she said was she rather to take care of them than having them on the street. What impressed me a lot about her situation, she have a 16-year-old nephew, I believe, very brilliant child, passed all 9 subjects with merits, applied to 2 top universities here in Zambia. He was accepted to study medicine, but was unable to attend because he or his provider cannot afford to pay the school fees. And my next visit was to Kwanga Primary School in Mazabuka. So we traveled at least 2 or 3 hours out of Lusaka to Mazabuka. And Kwanga Primary School was one of our next stops, where we distributed around 200 plus sanitary pads, liners, and underwears to these girls. What impressed me a lot, or I wouldn't even say impressed, I would say, got to me when we spoke to the principal of the school, and she advised us that many of these girls are unable to attend school during their menstrual cycles. They use newspapers, they use old socks to while they're on their period, and they cannot afford sanitary pads. Their caregivers cannot afford to buy them either. So, that says a lot. That to me, where it really got to me, because in this time and age, it was very surprising. Many of these girls didn't even know anything about sanitary napkins or how to hygienically take care of themselves. And then we drove another 2 or 3 hours again to visit the Malaika School for the Blind. And that school is run by DJ Cosmo and his wife in a remote area. And I believe there was around 13 children, and that was the highlight of my day, actually, where to see how these kids, they were so appreciative. They cannot see, but they were so appreciative of the stuff that we brought. We brought them food, we brought them clothing, and they were very appreciative. They sang to us, a welcome song that, it melts my heart. And then the following day, we visited Changa Changa Primary School, which is also in Mazabuka, and that was very, very. That was the highlight of our day as well, where we distributed over 300 sanitary napkins or sanitary pads to 300 plus girls. Entertainment was provided by DJ Cosmo, and it was well received. One of my favorite memory, and actually I would say probably painful memory, one afternoon I met 5 children, and I saw them in dumpsters and in a well or something, picking up metals to sell, and apparently they were selling these metals for $1, for 1 kwacha, not a dollar, for 1 kwacha, which 1 kwacha is less than 1 Canadian dollar. And what they were doing by selling these metals, they use it to buy biscuits to sustain them for the day. And I know for a fact that there are, poverty is a globalized thing, especially among third world countries. However, I do believe that the only way we recognize poverty is when we actually see it for ourselves. If we continue to live in our comfort zones and never get out and never see how other people live, we are not going to believe that things like this existed. As a Jamaican, yes, I do know that it's also in Jamaica. I know it's in a lot of other third world countries. Why Zambia? Why Africa? Because we're all Black people. And I do believe that giving should not stop by naturalization, shouldn't stop by the color of your skin, shouldn't stop by where I was born and where I decide to lend a helping hand should not determine, whether I was born there or not. We're all Black, we're all human beings, whether Black, white, Chinese, it doesn't matter. We're all human beings. And that's what I believe in, and that's what I will continue doing.